only drug I let my hands take.
HVRL, where the speed defines me. Rubber burns, prayers leave the doubters behind me. High velocity, every second a crime spree. Racing to the edge till the stars realign me.
Adrenaline symphony, rev sing soprano. Pedal metal, chasing shadows like a desperado. Life's a drag strip, blink and you'll miss it. Every lap a gamer can't play it safe or risk it. Helmet on, visor low, my thoughts in flames. The track's a battlefield, brewery calls my name. Apex predator, no cage can confine me. HVRL, the league that refines me.
Oh, closet air, I breathe ambition. Dreams fueled by octane, no intermission. Clouds of blood, but the finish line's clear. Every race a moment to conquer fear.
Engines roar, hardest pounding, pumps and tire screech, blaze, kiss the asphalt, defying, boost gauge, lead line, nitrous ignites the night, street lights of blood, chasing stars out of sight, punching in, gear shift, turbo scream savage, Cassie low like a snake, slithering past havoc, corners tight, grip slick, then use a handshake. Victory's the only drug I let my hands take.
HVRL, where the speed defines me. Rubber burns, prayers leave the doubters behind me. High velocity, every second a crime spree. Racing to the edge till the stars realign me.
Adrenaline symphony, rev sing soprano. Pedal metal, chasing shadows like a desperado. Life's a drag strip, blink and you'll miss it. Every lap a gamer can't play it safe or risk it. Helmet on, visor low, my thoughts in flames. The track's a battlefield, brewery calls my name. Apex predator, no cage can confine me. HVRL, the league that refines me.
Oh, closet air, I breathe ambition. Dreams fueled by octane, no intermission. Clouds of blood, but the finish line's clear. Every race a moment to conquer fear.
Engines roar, hardest pounding, pumps and tire screech, blaze, kiss the asphalt, defying, boost gauge, lead line, nitrous ignites the night, street lights of blood, chasing stars out of sight, punching in, gear shift, turbo scream savage, Cassie low like a snake, slithering past havoc, corners tight, grip slick, then use a handshake. Victory's the only drug I let my hands take.
HVRL, where the speed defines me. Rubber burns, prayers leave the doubters behind me. High velocity, every second a crime spree. Racing to the edge till the stars realign me.
Adrenaline symphony, rev sing soprano. Pedal metal, chasing shadows like a desperado. Life's a drag strip, blink and you'll miss it. Every lap a gamer can't play it safe or risk it. Helmet on, visor low, my thoughts in flames. The track's a battlefield, brewery calls my name. Apex predator, no cage can confine me. HVRL, the league that refines me.
Oh, closet air, I breathe ambition. Dreams fueled by octane, no intermission. Clouds of blood, but the finish line's clear. Every race a moment to conquer fear.
Engines roar, hardest pounding, pumps and tire screech, blaze, kiss the asphalt, defying, boost gauge, lead line, nitrous ignites the night, street lights of blood, chasing stars out of sight, punching in, gear shift, turbo scream savage, Cassie low like a snake, slithering past havoc, corners tight, grip slick, then use a handshake. Victory's the only drug I let my hands take.
HVRL, where the speed defines me. Rubber burns, prayers leave the doubters behind me. High velocity, every second a crime spree. Racing to the edge till the stars realign me.
Adrenaline symphony, rev sing soprano. Pedal metal, chasing shadows like a desperado. Life's a drag strip, blink and you'll miss it. Every lap a gamer can't play it safe or risk it. Helmet on, visor low, my thoughts in flames. The track's a battlefield, brewery roar, heart is pounding, brakes are tiring, tires screech, brakes blaze, kiss the asphalt, defiant, boost gauge, red line, nitrous ignites the night, street lights are blurred, chasing stars out of sight, punch you in, gear shift, turbo scream savage, Cassie low like a snake, slither ring past havoc, corners tight, grip slick, then use a handshake. Victory's the only drug I let my hands take.
HVRL, where the speed defines me. Rubber burns bears, leave the doubters behind me. High velocity, every second a crime spree. Racing to the edge till the stars realign me.
Adrenaline symphony, rev sing soprano. Pedal metal, chasing shadows like a desperado. Life's a drag strip, blink and you'll miss it. Every lap a gamer can't play it safe or risk it. Helmet on, visor low, my thoughts in flames. The track's a battlefield, brewery calls my name. Apex predator, no cage can confine me. HVRL, the league that refines me.
Own closet air, I breathe ambition. Dreams fueled by octane, no intermission. Lots of blood, but the finish line's clear. Every race a moment to conquer fear.
Engines roar, heart is pounding, brakes are tiring, tires screech, brakes blaze, kiss the asphalt, defiant, boost gauge, red line, nitrous ignites the night, street lights are blurred, chasing stars out of sight, punch you in, gear shift, turbo scream savage, Cassie low like a snake, slither ring past havoc, corners tight, grip slick, then use a handshake. Victory's the only drug I let my hands take.
HVRL, where the speed defines me. Rubber burns bears, leave the doubters behind me. High velocity, every second a crime spree. Racing to the edge till the stars realign me.
Adrenaline symphony, rev sing soprano. Pedal metal, chasing shadows like a desperado. Life's a drag strip, blink and you'll miss it. Every lap a gamer can't play it safe or risk it. Helmet on, visor low, my thoughts in flames. The track's a battlefield, brewery calls my name. Apex predator, no cage can confine me. HVRL, the league that refines me.
Own closet air, I breathe ambition. Dreams fueled by octane, no intermission. Lots of blood, but the finish line's clear. Every race a moment to conquer fear.
Engines roar, heart is pounding, brakes are tiring, tires screech, brakes blaze, kiss the asphalt, defiant, boost gauge, red line, nitrous ignites the night, street lights are blurred, chasing stars out of sight, punch you in, gear shift, turbo scream savage, Cassie low like a snake, slither ring past havoc, corners tight, grip slick, then use a handshake. Victory's the only drug I let my hands take.
HVRL, where the speed defines me. Rubber burns bears, leave the doubters behind me. High velocity, every second a crime spree. Racing to the edge till the stars realign me.
Adrenaline symphony, rev sing soprano. Pedal metal, chasing shadows like a desperado. Life's a drag strip, blink and you'll miss it. Every lap a gamer can't play it safe or risk it. Helmet on, visor low, my thoughts in flames. The track's a battlefield, brewery calls my name. Apex predator, no cage can confine me. HVRL, the league that refines me.
Own closet air, I breathe ambition. Dreams fueled by octane, no intermission. Lots of blood, but the finish line's clear. Every race a moment to conquer fear.
Engines roar, heart is pounding, brakes are tiring, tires screech, brakes blaze, kiss the asphalt, defiant, boost gauge, red line, nitrous ignites the night, street lights are blurred, chasing stars out of sight, punch you in, gear shift, turbo scream savage, Cassie low like a snake, slither ring past havoc, corners tight, grip slick, then use a handshake. Victory's the only drug I let my hands take.
HVRL, where the speed defines me. Rubber burns bears, leave the doubters behind me. High velocity, every realign me.
No dread and listen for new revs, some soprano. Pedal metal, chasing shadows like a desperado. Life's a drag strip, blink and you'll miss it. Every lap of game, we can't play it safe or risk it. Helmet on, visor low, my thoughts in flames. The track's a battlefield, brewery calls my name. Apex predator, no cage can confine me. HVRL, the league that refines me.
Hold closet air, I breathe ambition. Dreams fueled by octane, no intermission. Got the blood, but the finish line's clear. Every race a moment to conquer fear.
Engines roar hard as pound, plexi tire screech, blaze, kiss the asphalt, defiant, boost gauge, red line, nitrous ignites the night, street lights of blood, chasing stars out of sight, punch you in, gear shift, turbo scream savage, Cassie level like a snake, slithering past havoc, corners tight, grip slick, then use a handshake, victory's the only drug I let my hands take.
HV, all that weather speed defines me. Rubber burns, prayers leave the doubters behind me. High velocity, every second a crime spree. Racing to the edge till the stars realign me.
Adrenaline symphony, revs, some soprano. Pedal metal, chasing shadows like a desperado. Life's a drag strip, blink and you'll miss it. Every lap of game, we can't play it safe or risk it. Helmet on, visor low, my thoughts in flames. The track's a battlefield, brewery calls my name. Apex predator, no cage can confine me. HVRL, the league that refines me.
Hold closet air, I breathe ambition. Dreams fueled by octane, no intermission. Got the blood, but the finish line's clear. Every race a moment to conquer fear.
Engines roar hard as pound, plexi tire screech, blaze, kiss the asphalt, defiant.
Hey, everybody, and welcome to the High Velocity Racing League Turn Laps podcast here. A little bit of a off-season podcast for everybody. My name is Matthew Chase. Joining me tonight, we got Danny Gross, Sean Wilder, and Sean Happick.
What's up?
How you guys doing?
What's up? Chilling.
Doing good after that huge Bills win tonight.
We won't talk about the Bills win because the Patriots are still leading the division. All right. Best record in the league going into the weekend. Anyway, here we are to talk about the week that was. We had some preseason races, and we got some rule changes on the docket as well. I think we'll start off talking about how the races went. The first one was the trucks, and that was at Texas Motor Speedway. Take it away, guys. I didn't participate. I had a lot of things going on at home, so.
Yeah, I didn't race in it either, but I did watch a good portion of it. And Danny here in the 27, he finished pretty well.
Yeah,
I think second place, yeah.
Yeah, I came away with a second place finish. It was pretty much a fuel mileage race there towards the end. That last stat, you had to either figure out saving or come back down for a quick stop.
Yeah. So Bryce ended up winning it. Bryce Fontaine. I always think I'm saying his name wrong, but I think that's right? Fontaine.
That's what I always say.
Fontaine.
Okay. Fontaine. Okay. Well, anyways, we all know Bryce. Bryce won it. He's not a regular in the truck series, but he did win the race, and good job to him. And Danny finished second. Brandon Dayhoff third. Brad Dorr, good start to his truck season, fourth, and John Shields in fifth.
Brad Dorr.
Is that what you guys got? Yeah, there we go.
Yep.
Probably Brad Doer's quick. I even called him out middle of the race. He was on my rear most of that race, man. Like pressuring me pretty good. Yeah,
I mean,
he just said something kind of clicked in the off season. So I'm kind of looking at him
well,
really making a step up this season.
and it is good to actually have Brad Dory as a teammate. I teach him quite a bit moves. Aaron Vault, I teach him a couple of good tricks here and there. So I'm looking forward to a VB racing being pretty productive this year in the trucks.
Oh, who is all on your team? Is it just you three, or you got one
It's
more?
just us three. It's just us three right now.
He's recruiting, is what he's saying. So shout out anybody who needs a team.
It was nice to race against a lot of the guys I haven't got to race against in a long time. So even Will, I know Will. We've been racing with him in Xfinity or Gen 6, and Danny and Bobby. But I just mean in the trucks. It was fun to see those guys in the truck side by side with them, and yeah, it was fun to get out there and race. I had fun. It was a little messy in the beginning. It was pretty bad.
Yeah.
Um, Texas is a little tricky on cold tires, especially corner 1 and 2 if you get stuck on the outside. But we ended up cleaning it up there about halfway through the race and made some pretty good runs. So
Yeah, plus you had a lot of new drivers too. A lot of guys coming up from the ARCA series. Getting in the mix. Everybody should be taking advantage of these preseason races. I think it helps once you get into the regular season. It's going to take a while to get used to driving around new guys, and you'll get to know their habits and what they're good at and what maybe their weaknesses are and how they drive a little bit. So please take part in these and take advantage of the seat time with everybody. But yeah, a couple of our ARCA guys from season 1 ended up in the top 10 here. We got John Shields, Chris Romano, Drew Allerin, and Kale Deese all finished in the top 10. So some new blood coming in that might be competing on a regular basis, I would think.
it was a weird race, just like Danny said, because of how the fuel pit. I don't think that really signifies who
Okay.
was really running there most of the race. Because like
Hmm.
me and Will both got caught speeding, and then a lot of the fuel strategies really dropped a lot of other guys down that were running up there. Um, kind of drop. Although Drew was flirting around with about 10th most of the race, I think, right around that area. But I want to say Chris Romano, he was up there majority of the race for sure.
Yeah, we noticed it last season in the ARCA. Like he was pretty fast just about every race. So we thought he would do well here in the truck season this year. So
Yeah, he should be able to show some speed in the truck series this season. I think he's one to watch for sure.
Yep.
How many winners are we going to have in trucks this season? I think we had 13 in season 2. I think we had, what, 10? Was it 10 or 11 in season 3?
10.
10.
It was 9, and then we got the 10th winner on the last race there with
Oh,
Daniel Everly.
oh, that's right.
So I think we
Nice.
probably have a good chance at getting another 8 or 9
I think
this
so
coming
too.
season.
I think so too. I mean, and it's 2 more races in season. The last season was because we're back to 20 race season. So 2 more opportunities than last season. So hopefully double digit again. I think that'd be awesome. Anytime you
Yeah.
get double digit wins in the league, it's definitely very competitive.
Oh, absolutely.
I will say I don't know if we'll have more than 10, but I think the potential, like this, if these guys put together a race every now and then, I know, almost everybody in this series has the speed to win one of these races, and just on like speed or pace, and I'm sure some will rise to the top, through the season, but um, if one of these guys puts together a race like somebody you might not be thinking about, I think they all have the speed though, so it should be interesting. I don't know. It's hard to say because it's about consistency and doing the right things, no mistakes and that kind of stuff. But I know a lot of these guys have the speed to win one, but they just got to put the races together. So I think some of the guys that have been around for a while, like Bobby and Danny, and some of the Bloodworth, even like some of the guys that have been in the series for a little bit. Chase, you, Chris, for sure. It's like I think the consistency. Some of those guys are going to rise to the top, but I mean, it's gonna be it could be a lot of one-offs. You know what I mean? A guy just wins one race and
No,
and
it
maybe
is.
finishes second in points. Like you don't know. Like it's
Yeah.
crazy.
Me and you, I mean, you won season 3, I won season 2, and we still didn't win no more than 3 races. So my point is that it's very hard to even win a race in a truck series. Nobody
Yeah.
has won more than 3. Now, Wilder, you probably should have had 5. You kind of screwed up 2 of your road courses.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's
Ripping the
self-inflicted.
Band-Aid off again. Ripping the no. Remember, one of them was your pit crew. Your
Yeah.
gas
Yeah.
guy
Yeah,
got
no.
fired halfway through the season. Then he went to work for Happy on his Gen 6 car.
Yeah, I did. Son of a bitch.
Well, I'm the leader of the group, so I took responsibility for his screw up. I was hitting the buttons, basically, is what I'm saying. It's
Yeah,
on me.
So no, but it is very hard. So to just assume someone's gonna win more 5, 6, 7 races in a season that's this competitive, especially in trucks, is a pretty tall order. So I don't know. I don't think
Yeah.
there's. I think
I'm
3's gonna
going-
be the max again.
I'd say we go 13. I'd say we
Ooh.
go one above this season. There's 20 races. I think it's going to be pretty competitive. So
Definitely.
Yeah, I think anywhere between 9 to 12 or 13 is about right. I don't see somebody being dominant. I don't think there's.
Yeah.
I really don't think there's the ability to be dominant. There's so many good drivers in the truck series. We talked about it last season, how competitive it was. We didn't really lose that many of the competitive guys. We obviously lost Wilder for being the champion, but other than him, I mean, we really didn't lose anybody.
Mason, I think.
Mason, yeah, that's
Yeah.
right. Mason did move
Yeah,
up.
He was a winner, but other than that, yeah, I think that's it. I mean, Nava, he didn't re-sign back up, but he hasn't ever won one either, though. But he was at least a quick, he was always a quick driver that you can always count on that could win one. But other than that, yeah, everybody that was really quick stayed in. So
Yeah.
you guys, you got any predictions for the whole season, or did we already do that? I
don't know if we've done that yet.
I know Chris. Some of the other guys aren't here, but I don't know. I'm feeling Bobby. I think Bobby's gonna pull it off this
That's what
year.
I was gonna say that too. I was gonna
Yeah,
say
no,
that
I
too.
do.
I want to see
I think-
Bobby get a win.
Yeah.
That's true. He hasn't got a win yet.
Not the truck
We're
series.
looking for the championship.
He got one in the Gen 6, but he did not get
Yeah.
one in the truck series yet.
There's a ton of guys that could win it, though. I mean, Travis. Travis is another one. I think I mentioned him maybe in another podcast. I think he's going to be a contender.
If Chris can stay as consistent as he was last season, I think he can pull off maybe one of the championships. But man, Bobby was quick last year. I would have to put my money on Bobby, I think, if I had to pick.
Oh, the other part to it though is we're looking at a different not a different format, but a different point system.
Oh, yeah.
Kind of changes how you have to race these races too. So I mean, I don't know. It's gonna be different. We'll see what happens.
Who you got, Danny?
Yourself. 2-7.
Yeah. I won't go that far, but I could see Chris being a contender this year. Daniel Everly, he came on strong last season towards the end, so it's interesting to see him. And then Bobby. I like to see Bobby up there. But
Yep.
it'll be a good season.
It will be. I'm excited to get it going. Especially just get right into it. See if these guys can stay clean, and it's going to be very important to stay off the naughty list of the old IPL
Yeah.
list, especially with those tracks coming up with a Daytona, then IRP. Then I think there's a pretty chill one in between.
Yep.
Like Auto Club or something. I can't even remember. But I'll look that up.
Yes.
Up right now.
I think that's
Yeah,
the good
I'll
thing
Kansas.
about this.
that.
I'm hoping the IPL stays low because everybody, like all the dudes from ARCA, are the ones that moved up and filled in like the rest of the roster. So they all know the IPL, so they should know the deal now.
They should, and a lot of those incidents are always from ARCA breaking through in dumb contact under pacing and things like that. A lot of them aren't even caused from one wreck, So, yeah, everybody should know. I think this should be all in all our cleanest season since we have almost. I mean, they're almost all returning members. So,
and I'm
Great.
out.
yes.
But you get to run that Xfinity and go after that Xfinity championship this season.
That's gonna be a tough one, man. Some fast dudes in there.
Oh yeah.
There is. All right. What do y'all want to talk about next?
Oh, let's just keep going down the list. We went Tuesday. Wow,
My bad.
that's a penalty.
It is.
Oh shit!
Oh, there's another one.
There's another one. Yeah, couple EOLs for the first race for Xfinity. Nice. Good job, guys. Now let's talk about ARCA though. Yeah, we'll head to ARCA and see what we think about that. Take it away.
So they raced at Dover, which so I'm trying to find the results here. There we go. Oh no, that's not it. But anyways, yeah, they raced at Dover. It was it was crazy because it was way cleaner than I thought it was gonna be. I thought Brandon was crazy for putting Dover on the preseason. I'm like, what are you doing, man? Trying to kill these guys? But they all like it was a very. I mean, it wasn't perfect clean, but I mean, it was a lot cleaner than I imagined. Everybody was given space, and it was a pretty good race. I think who was it? The one at the 77. The name is Donovan Kliss. Yeah, Donovan Kliss. Which he just had, I think, better tires. It was a definitely pit strategy race, and who was going to pit where is kind of what decided that. Some guys cut the last stint in half. Some went a little later, and I think that ended up working out for some of them guys. Having the better tires at the end. And but yeah, just good job by all the drivers that raced in that. But I think Donovan is going to be one to beat in that ARCA series. I think at least one of them. I know there's probably going to be some other guys. Cale Deese was really quick for a lot of the race. I'm just trying to go off the top of my head, and John Shields was up there a lot. I remember. So. But yeah, man, it's we got some new guys in there, but the new guys didn't come in there and just wreak havoc, so that was good.
That was good. How many do we have in ARCA right now? Does anybody know offhand? I wish Chris was here, but he's not.
We're pushing 40.
Okay.
I think we're over 40 actually. I can count it. I'll get to it. Give me a second.
And did I see that right? That Xfinity had like 44 in it?
Yeah, but we're trying to get some more action. A lot of guys signed up and didn't show up to the race and haven't done any of the sign-ins, so it's kind of hard to gauge. I put a message out this week. Just react to the races, just so we know like who plans on really participating. Right. If you don't, that's fine. But it's fine. Or if you're going to be part-time, but just let us know that, so that way we know how many we got to recruit.
Yeah, it's hard having 45, but we only have 18 show up every race. That's not cool.
Right.
Or else, because we have a whole nother 2 weeks to recruit if we need to. So
I counted 43 drivers in ARCA.
There you go. Yeah.
Oh, that's right. There was a. Yep.
So we have 54 in trucks and 43 and. Well, maybe 43 since that one guy just left, I guess, in Xfinity.
Yeah, we're about the same range, though, I think.
Cup, so. I know I got to put out another flyer or whatever. I think last time we did pretty good when Matt put out all those flyers. We got a handful of guys in. What are we up to, like 27, I think was the last time I heard?
23 is what I see 23. Right now. Yeah, which is still pretty good compared to where we were. There are a couple guys in there that are part-time. which at that point we're looking for participation.
Yes.
That's
So-
what, Monday nights, right?
Monday
Yes.
nights. Yep.
Like to get that number up to 40. I know a handful of those will be part times and things like that, but I think that'll be a good number, especially for Cup. So
Yep.
But I think ARCA is good though. I mean, if they have 44, it kind of got like the beginning of the season. We started off with like 60.
yeah, it was like
It
60,
was wild.
and we never had
So-
to qualify in ever.
Right, and so, but I think we were right there a couple times.
Yeah.
I think like 2 races early on, but I mean that's just kind of, I don't know. There's a lot of new guys in that, so it's maybe not as dedicated as maybe some of the more advanced series. So, but still, I think that sweet point there is like 30 cars on the track, like is pretty good spot. I mean, if they can handle, it seemed like they can handle a little more this season maybe with that Dover race, but we'll see. But I mean, but the Xfinity, I think we can handle a full field of, I mean, up to 40 drivers if we can get the participation, and everything should still be fairly clean. I mean, we had a good race at Iowa. If we want to talk about that, and that was a good preseason race. Happy was watching the Notebook again and missed the race, but I made it. Danny made it. Danny, what happened to you, man?
It was getting towards the end of bedtime, so
Oh yeah.
I
Yeah.
kind of disconnected.
Wednesday night.
Yeah, I mean, I was in second, right behind Bryce, and I went in too far. I think in 1 and 2, and he just got super loose, and I'm like, oh, it's time to call it there. So,
Yeah,
but
it was a
other
fun
than
race.
that, it was a fun race. Rivetly clean, I felt.
Yeah, there was some stuff that was a little I mean a little aggressive, but I mean it's fine to be aggressive, but let's not wreck people and kind of ruin any time or investment they have in the evening, and just there was a little bit of that, not a lot. I thought it was fairly clean though. I think we had some cautions. We had quite a bit of cautions really for I think
7
for that
cautions.
caliber drive.
7 cautions for 28 laps.
That's not
Yeah, it's
bad.
not terrible. Not terrible.
Well,
And
not only that,
two of those are stages, so 5. I guess it's not terrible.
well, not only that, also we've got a lot of new drivers to the league that are in this Xfinity series as
yeah.
well. So this isn't just drivers who have moved up from trucks and came down from Cup. This is a good mix of old and new that are going to be racing in the Xfinity series this season. So definitely going to be an interesting series. I don't know if it's going to be. It's not going to be as one-sided as the Gen 6 was, I don't think. I think it's going to be a lot more open for whoever is joining. I know we have a lot of higher IR guys coming in off of the rookie list, basically, and it's going to be interesting. I'm excited to see what happens.
Well,
Yeah,
yeah,
it's-
that, and then you have Bryce, Wheel, Mangrum, Fry, Wilder. I mean, and those are just the guys
We were missing
know.
quite a few guys. We were
Yeah.
missing quite a few guys too. So
Yeah.
Yeah, but
And we
definitely some top tier competition, and that's not even included what Wilder and Bryce have brought in this season. So
I mean, Bobby Grady is up there.
Mhm.
We talked about him in the trucks. He's going to be fast. I mean, talk about who won the race. Drew Halloran. He came in and won the race.
Yeah.
I don't know what if there was any controversy or anything like that, but he
no,
was fast in the
there
gym.
wasn't. Basically, Kern and Bryce kind of got damaged toward the end of the race, and then that kind of allowed Drew to get around him. But I mean, Drew was up there though. I mean, it's
Yeah.
like it wasn't like just it gave him a little edge though, because it was
What-
a green-white checker basically at the end.
So
Yeah.
it wasn't a fluke. He definitely earned it. Gotcha. Good.
Yeah,
Good on him then. That's a great win. So
I
yeah,
know.
I mean,
Bryce Tucker wasn't in the race. I mean, there's a bunch of guys that I think Shane wasn't in the race. Williams, Sebastian Taylor, the 26 car. He looks like a clean newcomer to the race. He had some speed for sure. Him
TD
and
Mangrum.
Yeah, CD will be fast for sure. Casey in the 83, Big Bacon. He was. I mean, I was running around him basically the whole race, and he seems like he's got some speed. KT was out. Mason, man, Mason was there. Mason had some speed too, man.
Wasn't Mason on the
Yeah.
was Mason on the pole, or was he up? He was at least up front, right?
He was up
outside
there.
pole.
Qualified outside.
Man,
Yeah.
that guy's got some good qualifying speed. It seems like he's always up there in qualifying.
He's a fixed up blinking though. I'll tell you that.
That's his plan. Get up front and start blinking.
Everybody's
Back
scared
off.
of it. Everybody's scared of getting by him.
Yep.
Yeah. So it's
But
gonna
Ricky,
be a-
Ricky in the 14 was fast. But anyways, I think it's going to be a fun season. But we
Yeah.
are still recruiting. I don't think we're at the number to where we have even 30 or 35 solid. Like we know they're going to show up. Like I'm not feeling that comfortable because some people aren't reacting to the race sign in and that stuff. So it's just inactivity is like gives you a little warning of what may happen in the regular season.
Yeah.
But
Look at that schedule here. I don't know if I like this schedule.
I love it.
Who's
I
the one
think
that
it's
came up with this
amazing.
schedule, man?
I don't know. Some two dipshits.
Oh, there's another penalty. He's got two
Another
EOLs
penalty.
now.
Sweet. And we're talking about Xfinity, so they have to be in Xfinity.
Yeah. See, there you go.
Yeah,
So,
I like it. I don't know. I think
Daytona,
it's good.
Vegas and Bristol, and that's gonna be a lot of cars that early in the season on Bristol. Then Portland, Pocono, Kentucky, Rockingham.
A lot of
That's
difficult
pretty rough
tracks.
There's actually-
stretch. Yeah.
There's a
Yeah,
couple of
it's
good
not-
tracks there, though.
I think I mean, the way we thought about it, and we voted on this. So, I mean,
We did.
like, it ain't just me and Bryce that came up with this.
I think
Stuff.
it was.
Hell, you almost
I
did it
found
again.
I followed the fifth.
Just how I talk. But anyways, there's not a lot of mile and a half like cookie cutters. We don't have them all on there. But I kind of like that. It's a little more technical. I mean, try to make it, difficult. We have some different, weather settings. Like Vegas is going to be sunset. So beginning is going to be, sun's going to be out a little bit and it's going to get dark. It'll be completely dark at the end. So it should be a little track transition. And that's the same thing we did with Homestead, the last race. So, but
You
yeah,
heard- you
it's
heard it
it's
here
not an easy
first.
schedule.
You heard it here first, everybody. There's gonna be no lights at Vegas. It's gonna be completely dark.
Yeah. But yeah, it should be Bristol. I really didn't even want that. I didn't vote for Bristol. I'll tell you that.
Probably a Tucker
Somebody else
thing.
put that in. Yeah, he loves
you
that
might
track.
you might have been the only one that didn't vote for Bristol, if I remember right.
Yeah,
It was like 6 out of the 7
Yeah.
admins at the time.
that car like bottoms out at Bristol too, going into the corner.
Well, it's no different than the Gen 6
fun
car at
racing.
every single track, man.
Man, it was too. I'll tell you what, the ones I'm really looking to is just Charlotte with the shortened of the tires and the extended race. I'm just looking for that. I'm looking to call it in trucks and to participate in it in Cup and Xfinity. I know some of these drivers want a plethora of tires, but that just seems boring.
I think
to
it
me.
was. I think it was pretty good at Iowa. So at Iowa, I put the fuel pretty low, so you can only make it. It was like about 34, 35 laps, I think. But I think that's how I have race 15 set up the same way. But I wanted to test it and just see kind of how the strategy played out. And it was tough. You got to save your tires. You can't just burn through them and then every
Yes.
pit stop grab some tires, especially on a caution. On a caution, you get a caution like. If you have 8 sets of tires, you're gonna take tires every time.
Yeah,
And now, yeah,
that's what I didn't like about last season because there always seemed to be a caution at the end. And now half the people would take tires and then they would win, and it had nothing to do with how well you were running the race at all. Then it created a bunch of cautions at the end too, with the fast guys in the back. With brand new tires, have 5 laps to get up front, and all the front guys are on 30-lap old tires, and created a lot of cautions there at the end too. We had a lot of green-white checkers this season, so.
Me personally, I like where the tire set is. It makes for like you said, Happy, you have to save your tires. The best man who saved their tires at the end is going to win the race, hopefully.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
fast.
so
Yeah, with these set, you have to be fast and save tires. You can't just save tires. I used to be just
Yep.
saving tires, but then I couldn't catch anybody. I was so far back by then, so you just had to find a good balance.
Got to
Yep.
learn racecraft all around, saving tires and being fast. So yeah,
Absolutely.
we haven't had any preseason races for the Cup Series, but I do want to try to get
Yeah.
some more drivers in there. So if you've been in the league for a little bit, feel free to reach out to an admin if you'd like to talk with us about joining the Cup Series on Monday nights. Can't guarantee we'll be a yes, but more than likely it'll probably be a yes. So just reach out to us if you are interested in racing, and we'll let you know if we can get you in.
I know you guys running a preseason race this week.
I mean, I probably can.
I was thinking we probably should. Yeah.
Yep. Yep. I'll just let Matt tell us what track we're doing, and we'll set it up, and we'll
New
get
Hampshire.
something going. New Hampshire.
I'm joking. I'm
Oh.
joking. It's not going to be.
no,
in New
let's
Hampshire.
do it.
No, it was.
I will
about
jump
locked
into that
in.
one for sure.
Oh wow, we got participation for New Hampshire. What in the world? All right, maybe we will.
I
do
like
New
that
Hampshire.
track. I can't figure those cars out on another track, so the shorter ones I can kind of handle. But
Man, those cars, they're a doozy.
Yeah, they are.
They are something else for sure.
Oh, we're not even going to New Hampshire either. So I mean, there is the opportunity there to just get a track on there that we aren't going to be racing at. So there's not going to be any advantage for anybody going into a race later in the season. So yeah, we'll do New Hampshire. We'll get the information out there for that race for everybody that's in the Cup Series. So yeah.
Well, the schedule looks better than Xfinity.
It's
well, for
probably
you, I mean,
because-
it's all personal opinion, my friend.
I'm excited to get on Coda though, and I haven't been on there since they
Oh,
actually
yeah.
updated the new layout.
Yeah, the new
Do
Coda.
trucks race. Do a trucks race right now. I think they're still in
Right
the
now, call
trucks,
that.
right?
Yeah, they are in
Mm.
still trucks.
Yeah, it's fun, dude. I'm telling you,
Is it?
there's one corner that ain't fun, but once you figure it out, it is.
Well, that's good. There was about 18 corners that weren't fun on that track, so I'm glad they fixed it.
It's
No,
probably
it's the
still
new.
good.
Yeah, just when you come through the S's, it's the last left before you kind of cut across to the other part of the track. There's a big barrel, and then if you lock up your brakes, you're going head on into the wall there. So
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well,
awesome.
yeah, I'm sure I'll know exactly what you're talking about. My first few laps there.
Oh yeah, yeah. There's a lot of good tracks on the Cup Series schedule. I'm interested for Coda. That's going to be a good one to broadcast. I always love Auto Club. It's the best 2-mile track out there, and I will die on that hill. So that one will be
Rockingham.
Alone.
Rockingham. I will not die alone. I can promise you that. Rockingham is going to be interesting in the next gen. We saw what it did in the Gen 6, and that was interesting. So we'll see what happens with the Gen 7. Chicagoland is one of the tracks that I usually do well at, so I'll be interested to see who can make the intermediates work in their favor. We already know who's winning at Dover, so it's gonna be Happy, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Will be. Screw Wheel. I taught Wheel everything he knows at Dover.
You know, you know what I'm really excited for though is the championship round of 4 with Darlington, Bristol, and Vegas.
Hell yeah. I like
That's
it.
gonna be a good one.
That's got a great mix of tracks that are. You got a couple of difficult ones. You got Vegas, which is a little easier, but Vegas is one of my favorite tracks. So
Ooh, that's the last race of the season too.
yeah,
Yep.
I wonder. That's kind of weird how that worked out.
what? How Vegas ended up being the last race of the season? And
Yeah, it's your favorite track.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
I thought
yeah,
Vegas is good though.
You're lucky it's not Auto Club Vegas and Chicagoland in the Final Four.
I would be fine with that minus Vegas. I'm not a big fan of Vegas.
Hey,
I won 2 races there though. I don't know why in this league in the trucks.
that's way better than ARCA's final season race.
Hey, that's day off right there. That's all on him.
Now, what race is it for ARCA?
Oh,
Kern.
they're
Kern
going-
County Speedway.
Oh my God,
Yeah,
that should be fun.
That one was an interesting race. I broadcasted that one with Wilder there, and that one
Yeah.
was yeah, there was a lot of cautions, but
Fun track from what I heard. They just couldn't. They just weren't. I don't know what was going on there, but I heard it was a fun track.
It is like once they started going and they were actually racing and got a little bit of separation and kind of were, not going, full out the whole time, like trying to actually save and race and thinking about long term. It was good racing, but I mean the short term little spurts were a mess.
Right. and then those road courses on ARCA are going to be fun. Kansas Road, I'm glad we kind of kept that in rotation at least once a season in something, because it is a blast of a track. Then
I think we're running that in the trucks too.
yeah, we got 2
Oh, are
races
we?
at Kansas Road this
Yes.
season. Yeah,
Yes.
Awesome. I'll be very excited to call that in trucks. But then Lime Rock Park in ARCA, so that should be pretty fun for those guys. So then of course
I
Watkins
like that
Glen.
Lime Rock. Lime Rock is a fun course, especially when you go up that uphill.
What is it in trucks? Y'all have Kansas Road and what are the other two?
We have Kansas Road, Lime Rock Park,
Oh, we did Lime Rock again.
walk-ins, and then
Oh, it's the same thing as ARCA.
That's probably it then.
Yeah.
that's it.
Just those three in here.
Yep. 3 in each series is what we do now. I think I just kind of.
Xfinity, I'm going to pump my series here. We went a little different, everybody. We went Portland. With no chicane in Portland. The chicane is kind of, it could be a mess. So we just didn't want to avoid the mess there. So no chicane. It's still a fun course. Track temps are probably going to be a little warm, and it's going to be sliding in that Xfinity car quite a bit. And then we got Watkins Glen, of course, and then Sonoma in there. So should be fun.
I like it.
Yep. And then where are the road courses? We have.
Cup.
Yeah, of course. I know we did Coda and Watkins Glen. Oh, then Sonoma.
Sonoma. Yep.
So,
Yeah.
Kinda,
Pretty
Nice.
pretty
Yeah.
traditional
Yeah.
in the road course department there for the cup.
We'll see next year. Maybe we'll get that San Diego one in there. We'll have to see how it when
Yeah.
it comes out. I'm
mean-
assuming probably season 2 or maybe season 1. Probably season
mean-
2. I'm thinking.
Miami's supposed to be coming out with the road course, their road course too. So
I'm trying
like
to
Oh
the
get,
yeah,
Formula
that
One
is
one?
coming out.
Auto-
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm
So I
trying to
think
get
it'd be
Chris to start voting for some Road America or Brands Hatch or some of the unique courses like that. That'll be fun for those guys.
I mean, I wouldn't even mind like all series mixing it up with the road courses and going overseas and just testing them out there.
we should
Like
do something
mandatory
like that.
one European course, like
Yep.
just mandatory.
I like it.
I mean,
That
yeah, I
rule,
kind of like
that's
it too.
That's it. I'm gonna put it in our
Just mix it
suggestions
up.
right now.
You heard it here
Yeah.
first, guys.
I do like that. Brands Hatch is fun in the truck. I've done it on the trucks. Like when you were mentioning it, I was like, I'm gonna go test it out.
It's
Pretty
I mean,
crazy.
Even
It's
the
fun.
Red Bull Ring running either the cups or even the trucks would be fun there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's not a
Red
ton
Bull.
of corners. Yeah,
Yeah, Red Bull Ring would actually be a really good one for any of the series, I think.
it's not crazy hairpins where you gotta like go,
Yep.
180 degrees. It's real slight corners and kind of like Brands Hatch
of-
where you're. I mean, there is some tight corners, but I mean, there's a lot of
Sweepers. A
straightaways.
lot,
Yeah.
of, a lot of sweepers.
Well, maybe
Yeah,
next
yeah,
season. Well, because here's the thing: because how we vote on it, it's always going to end up being the traditional courses if we keep doing it the way we do it. So maybe we should throw in. We should all volunteer 3 unique or overseas courses or like that. I mean, I would like the trucks to race on the twin
Sebring?
Montague, whatever that one is. That was a pretty fun oval over there. And I think that's Japan
Yep.
or whatever.
Mm.
But not just oval, but even like the road courses. That
Yeah,
way we
yeah.
can have something unique in each one and try
Yep.
these out. So
Yeah, I definitely think Sebring would be a good one. And just any that I mean, there's multiple versions of VIR, Virginia
I will
International
say
Raceway that we can, yeah.
the one we should not do is Laguna Seca. Can you imagine
Corkscrew. It'd be fun.
trucks going down that corkscrew? Oh.
oh, a lot of fun stuff. But I think that about wraps it up for that. If y'all want to start getting any of the rule changes or any things like that, that maybe a lot of these guys. I understand not a whole bunch of people will probably read the rule book, even though they should.
Yep, check out hashtag rulebook in the Discord. That's really important. Make sure you're checking out your series rulebook. A lot of it is the same across the entire league, so there's only a handful of rules that are different between series. The ones that I come to mind offhand are the IPL for both ARCA and the Truck Series, but with the next gen and the Xfinity Series, there is a post-race review that is done by the race control, and the admins of the each of those series. So Happy and I will be taking care of the next gen race reviews. Wilder and Tucker will be taking care of the Xfinity Series race reviews and looking over and looking for at-fault cautions, any penalties that we may find, like pit road commitments, which we will be going over where the pit road commitment lines will be before the races, so you'll know exactly where you need to be going in before you get to race day. That's the big thing. That's one of the big ones that is changing, is where the pit road commitment lines are going to be. A lot of them are going to be more akin to how NASCAR has them, which are closer to where the yellow cone is that iRacing has as the commitment line. So just be aware that last season we had some issues with where commitment lines were. People were getting penalties and didn't understand why they were getting penalties on that violation. So we want to make it more transparent, of course. Another one, I see Chris talking in our admin chat about restarts and track awareness. That's something that we want to talk about for sure.
I think just mainly in that truck race is what he was talking about. The restarts, I mean, really, you should be within a car length going into 3. I mean, don't wait until you're in 3 and 4, because then you start going off a pace road speed or pacing speed, and then you're speeding up, and then people are trying to catch up, and then
you brake checking.
Yeah, get all that sorted out going into 3. Get about a car length, just so we're not going 5 miles an hour faster than somebody going into 4. And when you're getting ready to do that restart, I think that's what Chris was talking about. And got to stay in your lane, obviously, until you hit the start finish line. If you get a wheel spin and you're out of line a little bit, I mean, we're going to probably give a little leeway on that, but that's, if you're hooked up, I mean, you should stay right behind the guy in front of you until you hit the start finish line. So
right, and of course I haven't got to bring this up in a while, so we got that. But it's just best to go when the guy in front of you goes. Don't go when that green light. If you're in 15th place, that don't just hammer down because you see the green lights on your screen, because it's going to be nothing but carnage.
A headache.
Now, if you're in the front 3 rows, and when that green light goes off, or you see that first place truck take off, rip away, absolutely you should be on the gas, because that's different. It's a different situation. But when you're, like you said, 15th, 20th, 25th, whatever it may be, you gotta just be aware of what's going on in front of you. Don't mash the gas and then wonder why you're getting into an incident if the guy in front of you is not going anywhere, because, well, more often than not, they're being smart about it, and they don't want to get a penalty for contact under caution or under the restarts. So just, got to have some awareness.
Yeah, I think that's about how a lot of those stack-ups happen. Also with what Wilder was talking about. But even when they go green, the guy in 15th or whatever matches the gas, and then he sees that the guy in front of him isn't going, and then he brake checks. Then it's just, and it gets worse and worse.
Carnage.
Every row that gets back, it gets worse and worse on the reaction time. So inevitably, someone's going to get spun and turned and get a 4X. And those X's
or worse,
suck.
You hammer into the back of the truck in front of you, truck or car in front of you, and you blow your engine and have to use your fast repair. Or if you don't have a fast repair, guess what? You're done for the night.
Yep. And it's no fun.
Nope.
It can become really it becomes more of a problem, I think, with the IPL stuff with ARCA and trucks, because you can get 4x and you ain't even started the race just because
Yep.
somebody is like being too eager or not eager enough or not in the right gear. That's another thing. Make sure you're in the right gear. It's just, I mean, that can really hurt an IPL if you do that about 3 times a race and somebody's got 12x and they didn't even do nothing, you know?
Yeah.
So
Wilder, how many times did I call out gears and on restarts last season for
yeah, for sure. Yeah. I mean, yeah, if you're on a team and if you're in your chat, like that's what you're there for, is to help them out. Uncheck this, check your tires, whatever you want to do. Make sure you're doing that, when you're pacing and before you get down pit road, not when you're on pit road. And before you're doing those restarts, hey, your tires are cold. You got old tires, tires are old, they're going to spin. Just remind each other, help each other out. That's what teams are for. And,
Yep.
and yeah, consistency on that definitely does help because you're already thinking about it before Chase would even say it because, he's going to say it. So,
There's 3 or 4 times a season that my team or whatever this season or last season that I would be caught in 4th gear, saving fuel, just talking to them. Then they'll remind me 2nd gear, and then I'm like, oh crap. So.
Oh, I did that. I say you remember that in Gen 6 as well. I do the same thing. I go gears and lane. That's my go-to thing. We get into turn 3 and 4 and I go gears and lanes, guys.
It'll help every once in a while for sure. Even if you're normally ready, I always find myself like I always feel like I'm always ready, but I've been caught off guard a few times where it saved me. So it definitely helped.
So,
as far as
just
that,
another reason,
go.
just another reason to be on a team. Find a team, get with a group of guys, and get together and try to make a team up.
Right. Always great to be on the team. And as far as the at fault cautions, just to go a little bit into depth of that, I mean, if you cause a yellow and make contact with another car, if it's a self spin, unless they deem that it was a purpose self spin, but if it was a self spin and no cars were collected, then you're not going to get a penalty for that. But if you self spin and make any contact with anybody, then you're going to get an at fault. And if you go up and hit a wall and come back down on the driver and take someone out and cause a caution, that's going to be a penalty. Wilder and Bryce will have their own little review, but I'm sure we'll all be fairly similar on I would say probably 80% of the cautions, maybe 70-80%, like it's going to come down to probably being someone's fault.
There were a couple in Gen 6 this past season where I was questioning whether they were actually at fault or not, and I can think of like 2 or 3 offhand right now. There was one that had Will and somebody else. I don't remember who it was, but they just met in the middle at the same spot, and it was like, oh well, that's a racing deal because you can't clearly distinguish who's at fault on that. So I mean, like there are instances where there will be no fault to the caution, and you won't get a penalty out of that caution just because it's like, oh well, both you guys were gunning for that same spot. You both moved down into each other. You can't give both of you a penalty for the same caution because it's a racing deal. You're both trying to get to the same spot. So.
Yes, but these are higher classes, so we just expect better driving. So you're gonna get you're gonna get nailed for a mistake. I mean, that's just
And the more cautions you cause, the bigger the damage is going to be done to your points day, as well as what you're going to be dealing with in the next race. So
don't cause 3. I'll tell you that it gets pretty hefty.
It hurts when you cause more than 1. More than 1 is just a minor offense. You get the EOL. And I don't even think there's a points. There's not even a points deduction out of that. So it's just an EOL for your next race. But once you start getting into 2, 3 in one race, that's where it starts to become problematic. You get points deductions. You get drive-through penalties. That could have cost some people some championships if they got caught up in that. So I mean, just be aware of what's going on. Awareness, awareness, self-awareness of where you are on track and who's around you is vital to being successful.
Then I would think across the board, I think we're gonna crack down a little bit better this season on comms and the negativeness on the comms as well. I know, like ARCA would get a little over chatty on the comms when people are, and I even noticed that with the trucks a little later on. So, and then Xfinity being, it's getting pretty good size too. We just have to keep the comms down to a minimum. So, a lot of people trying to get lucky dogs and can't even key up because people are bitching or griping or just asking things
Yep.
that they already been told or already in the rule book.
Yep. Biggest one is, when you're pitting out, don't say pitting out. That was one that caught some people some pitting in comms at some of the smaller, particularly some of the smaller tracks. Because it's just, I mean, we're only concerned about you coming in. Do not say pitting out. If you want to quick chat it, go ahead and quick chat it, but do not pipe up on comms for pitting out. And do not bark for the wave around, the free pass.
I know you should howl very loudly.
If you bark in the next gen, you are getting an EOL. I'm telling you that right now.
All right, boys. Well, on that note, I'm going to get ready for this truck race, this preseason at Chicagoland. I'm looking forward to it. I won there 2 seasons ago, so excited for the preseason race there.
Well, don't waste a win here.
Yeah.
I know.
Rattle some cages and just scope some people out, man.
I mean, that's the plan, and also conserving tires. I might try doing something different and just seeing what I can work on this season.
Yeah. Yeah, that was something I worked on last season, was working on conserving tires a little bit more, which I was usually one of the better people about doing that, but I felt like I really came into my own in the Gen 6 in particular with that. So that's something I'm going to be focusing on again going into this coming season as well. So.
Right. Well, yep. You can dip out whenever you want, Danny, and we'll look for you out on the track. Maybe get you in a booth.
All right, guys.
Brother.
Good luck. Thank you, and everybody else. Good luck tonight.
Walter, Matt, y'all have any other rules you need to talk about? I know we did the points, and it's a little different, but I think we already talked about that before. But it's just going to be a little bit more important where you finish the race instead of the stages. The stages used to be 45% of the winner's points. Now it's 20%. So it's not as aggressive for stages. So it's definitely a bonus. I mean, you can win both stages and win the race, and that's 20% of your points. So, I mean, that's a good chunk, but it's not half of your points.
It's an additional 20% of your points if you're the winner. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Not 45%. That was just, I don't understand it.
Yep. That's going to be the biggest change for a lot of the drivers, especially if you're used to stage racing and kind of playing that out kind of the way that Wilder did this past season in the trucks. Wilder focused on stage racing and prioritized as many stage points as he possibly could to get as far out in front. And it worked out. He was able to get the regular season championship. We talked about how well Chris had been finishing about, halfway through the regular season. Chris had multiple top fives, pretty much everything was a top 10. And then Wilder had all bunch of stage points and had like one top 5 and a couple of top 10s. And he was in position because he was able to get those stage points. If you get 20 stage points, that really makes up for the fact if you finish 13th, 14th. So
I led a ton of laps compared to Chris. If you look at
everybody did. I did. I wasn't even in the season.
So, I mean, that just shows right there, though, that I was just trying to stay out front early and for the majority of the race, just trying to stay out front, not really, worried about the end result, but I kind of felt confident that I was going to finish in the top 10 pretty much on anything we ran. And, so I was just, that was my edge, is to get those stage points, get the jump on everybody. So that's what I was doing. But yeah, it's going to make a big difference this season. I think it's going to be a big deal. So if you guys haven't looked at the points, look at the points.
I think that really did help you because you didn't have the greatest finishing start in the beginning of the season, but because you built up all those stage points when you got hot halfway through the season, I think that really helped you, like, just solidify your championship. So
100%.
Yeah, I think that did help for sure. But yeah, no, it'll be fun because you can still flip a stage if you want, depending on where the caution in with your tires and things like that. Just, because the playoff points still matter. So you still
Right.
want a
Right.
stage win, you know, and it's 15 points for a stage win, you know, plus, you know, your 10 for your playoff point. So, you know, all that's still going to matter. There's still going to be stage racing. So I do like the aspect of stage racing. It's just the longevity of the race. I think a lot of us here wanted that to be more important. So,
Finishing position should be more important, I feel like, yeah.
yeah.
So
Yeah. Other than that, I'm not.
most of the rules didn't change too much.
Yeah, just some wording in here and there,
Yep.
some bad wording on things, and just fine tune some things really. But I wouldn't say there's a whole lot of big changes.
Yeah. But if you have been a part of HVRL for any amount of time and read the rule book, make sure you're going and reading the rule book because there are some changes in there. If you are new, make sure you're reading the rule book because you need to know the certain things for the leagues
Right.
that you're running.
Sub drivers. So I guess I got over that just for a lot of
Yeah.
our Xfinity
Yep.
guys that aren't, since we have a lot of them now. You know, we allow for we voted for a sub driver. ARCA trucks don't have it. Cup and Xfinity does, but you can sub a driver. Anybody that's in the league that's actually in a season, you can have sub for you. Better than last place points, especially on a 40 card field because it's going to be almost nothing.
Yep.
Or, you know, and if you can't find a sub, then you get a provisional, whatever. But I'm sure you can
Mhm.
find a sub, and it's still going to be better than one less than the last place. Even they get last, it's still a point better than you would, or 3 points better than you would. So,
And then playoffs is one provisional.
yes, that playoffs is
Correct.
just one
Yeah.
provisional. So, yeah, anybody. I mean, there's a lot of fast truck guys that aren't in Xfinity. So maybe there'll be
Yep.
some Cup guys that aren't in Xfinity, and you know,
Yeah.
if you need that.
Yeah. Just a couple of things I want to go over for the Xfinity race. Just I put it in the Discord, but maybe I don't know. I just want to emphasize it a little bit, especially with the for positions like on a caution and where you're at when the caution comes out and all that stuff. We're not reviewing that in race. We're gonna do it by whatever iRacing is saying. So whatever position iRacing is saying you're in, that's where you're in, and we're not gonna change that. We're not gonna. That's just way too much to get into, and we're just not gonna do that. And if you want a black flag cleared, make sure you just get to the point. Like I need my black flag cleared for passing under yellow. Um, or going down pit road, and this is the 99 car or whoever you are. Like, get to the point. Don't just say, "Oh, I got a yellow," and da 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 da. Just get to the point because we're driving and we're trying to do it. We're trying to get a race control for Xfinity. I mean, we need somebody experienced, so it's kind of hard because we're all racing in the more advanced series. But uh, if not, we'll just be doing it as we're driving. So just get to the point. That's all I'd say. And then I think it just make sure we got a blinking rule. So if you have internet connection problems, just try to get out of the way and get to a space where you're not around a lot of guys, and or get down to the bottom. And restarts. I mean, I wouldn't think in Xfinity and Cup we have to worry about restart issues, but as we talked about earlier, like just make sure you're going when the guy in front of you goes, and don't be going into the field 120 miles an hour when everybody else is going 70, and then it just creates issues for the cars behind you and in front of you. So we shouldn't have those problems, I wouldn't think, in these series, but there was a little issue in the Xfinity race. So and of course the big one is always a problem. Stay in line until you hit the start finish line. If you spin Xfinity cars, we're gonna spin tires. I already know. We saw it in the Iowa race, and we get that. You're gonna get wiggly and go up the track or down the track. We're not gonna be too hard on that. We're just trying to prevent people from taking advantage on restarts and laying back and jumping and passing through guys before a start finish line. So just try to stay in line as best you can, and that's basically all I had for the Xfinity there.
Well done, sir. All in all, this is a free league. We're not going to deal. We want everybody to have fun. I think we offer a lot for a free league, and we appreciate everybody that's in here. But but this is a place to come, have fun, and race. And we're not going to deal with the hotheads. We're not going to deal with the chirping on the radios. You're going to be muted the whole race. You're not going to be able to clear a black flag, and that goes for anyone. It doesn't matter who you are. So we're not racing for $300 at a chance. Like there's no reason to get this upset in a race at the end of a race. It's not. Talk to it about, and don't let this crap spill over in our Discord, because we don't like seeing that either. Especially when we're trying to get new members, we see a bunch of belly aching in the Discord.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm glad you brought it up. I wasn't gonna bring it up. I thought I dealt with it in the Discord, but it's not like I'm just trying to be the dictator and tell y'all what to do. That ain't it. It's just like, this is fun. We had a great Gen 6 series. It was amazing. Like, there was no chirping. Everybody raced hard. Yes, there was incidents. Like, and nobody really had any issues whatsoever. So we just don't. I mean, it was a preseason race. We already got chirping, so we don't want the chirping. Just, I mean, whatever. If you got a problem with somebody, take it to a private, yell at each other, do whatever you want, block each other. I don't care, but we don't need to be like calling out people. He wrecked me. This happened. Da 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 da. It's like, we'll review the race, and if we have a rule book. If it's in the rule book that it's a rule infraction, we're going to give a penalty. If it's anything outside that, we're not going to give a penalty. That's just the way it is, and we're going to try to stick to that. So,
like it says in rulebook, if it's egregious enough for you to complain about it, then it's bad enough for you to go fill out a submission and a protest.
Yep.
Other than that, I don't want to hear about it. Go protest it and we'll deal with it.
And I will say, we didn't have a lot of chirping, but there was a lot of talking, especially late in the season. Right, Happy?
Yes.
Yeah, but just anyways, it's not it. It ruins the fun. It makes it so like why would I even help these guys out? Like setting all this stuff up and doing all this stuff. It's not something we want to deal with. So we're all just trying to have fun. That's it. Bottom line.
Yep.
So, all right. Well, I think that'll about
One
do
last
it.
thing.
Oh yeah, go ahead, Matt. Then send
One
us
last
out.
thing. Next Tuesday, we got money race. We are running the IndyCar at Indianapolis. So if you are interested in signing up for the money race, reach out to an admin, and then direct your money towards the Cash App. I'm going to say Cash App, not the actual Cash App, but you know what I mean. The app that you use to move money around.
Zelle, whatever it is, whatever's on there.
Venmo. I think it's Venmo, PayPal, and Cash App.
Yep, that's it.
There you go.
So if you have one of those and you want to get into the action for some cash, feel free to reach out to any of the admin team. We will get you signed up, and then just get the money to the correct payment app, and we'll get you on your way for next Tuesday as we get ready for the Thanksgiving holiday and try to celebrate with some giving back for some money. So
always extra money, and the last race had like $80 worth that wasn't the top third position to give away money. So a lot of these guys are donating, for last time we had a 12th position at the comp caution, the first one to flip last race, and then the best paint scheme. So there's quite a bit of other ways to get your money back, even if you're not great with these cars or a track or whatever.
Early sneak peek, we will have another money race going on around the Christmas and New Year's holiday, so keep your eyes on the Discord for that as well.
Might be a dirty
we do
one.
not have any we do not have anything nailed down yet, but Happy's right, it might be a dirty one.
We got some ideas.
We got some ideas. We got the brains are smoking a little bit over here in the admin group. So, but that's going to do it here for the High Velocity Racing League Turn Laps podcast. We've got the Truck Series preseason, second race of the season, of the preseason rather, getting ready to start here in just a little bit of time. So stay tuned for that. I believe it's going to be the Sean and Sean show, the old voices of the ARCA series, going ahead and giving you a broadcast for that. So stay tuned, and we'll be right back with the truck race.